So Jen Wilkins has a statement where she says, you can only love what you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Sojourners provided opportunities in community and scripture through articles and teaching to know Jesus.
For most of my life, I think I picture him kind of like this flannel graph. It's very flat. But you know the flannel things from
the felt board.
It's very flat.
Uh-huh.
And so I think Sojourners gave me context
Mm-hmm.
to, like we were talking about earlier, like to make connection points and in a way it kind of made Jesus three-dimensional
Mm-hmm.
and lovely in ways that I don't think I recognized I didn't know.
To be able to see, like, that God says in scripture, like, this is who I am, this is who you are in light of that, like, here's my identity put on you, therefore, like, go and live this way. To see that all throughout scripture was just helpful.
Yeah.
To know, like, abundant living is really in the bounds of what God says in scripture.
It invites you to see Christ throughout all scripture.
Like looking at scripture of this is God's faithfulness and this is God's faithfulness and this is God's faithfulness and tying it together,
Right.
and like making the line through it has been so helpful.
So it gives you a broader sense of redemptive history.
Tell me more about the 1 year commitment itself.
Essentially, you're committing to one large group gathering a month and one small group gathering a month. So 2 meeting times a month. But on top of that, I think you're like intertwining some personal Bible study time to prepare for your large group gatherings. And so for me, over the course of the year, it created this natural rhythm.
I think the long-term nature of it was appealing, and it was a way to meet people, but it was also something that wasn't fluffy. It was something that like, oh, this is going to be serious, and if I'm going to commit to something for a year, that's what I want to commit to.
When you carry out a year, your relationships just grow as well. So what about small groups? How was that impactful?
I loved my small group.
Yeah.
Just some real, true friendships there where there was this mutual vulnerability and understanding that we're all committing to the same thing, that we're like in it to grow in our walk with the Lord.
To share struggles and questions and doubts and this is hard and let me help you, tell you what I've learned or how I handle that or encourage you in different ways was really encouraging.
You did it twice. Tell me about that. What was the second time like?
It's so deep each time that I feel like the first time I did it, it was kind of like, wow, that's amazing. The second time I did it, it's even more of that, but in a way where it's not just like my biblical knowledge is increasing, although it is, but through the grace of God, like my affection for God is growing so much more. To see how amazing his story is in scripture and that he invites us into it.
Yeah.
It's just a year where it's set apart to focus on like how amazing God is, really.
Right.
And in a beautiful way that I don't think I would gain from my own personal Bible study. To be able to do it in community is really a gift. If you want to know Jesus on a deeper level and just have scripture come alive in a different way, then Sojourners is perfect for you.